Good morning. My name is Dorothy Harvey. I'm the Public Information Officer for the Great Basin Team 4, and I would like to welcome you all to today's public briefing. Our lineup for today is Tim Howell, Operations for Great Basin Team 4, Jeremy Michaels, the IMET, Jason Weber, the Marin County Fire Chief, Gabe Corlew, the IC trainee for Great Basin Team 4. We're still in transition from the Northern Rockies National Incident Management Team 2, and we're coming up to speed as fast as we can, but please be patient with us. With that said, I would like to introduce Tim Howell.
Good morning, Tim Howell, Operations Section Chief. Yesterday I had a really good day on the fire, had some activity on the Charlie side, down around drop point 30, used our helicopter to help support the crews on the ground with that. Anyone who was looking at the fire last night definitely saw an increase in activity. The IMET is going to talk about the warm weather that we've been having, and that's a direct result of that. That was not unplanned. We've got a lot of heat in that area, and the fire is actually doing cleaning up the unburned fuel quite nicely. No threats whatsoever to the containment lines. And down on the Tango Division, we still have folks in there that were doing a good job yesterday, working, mopping up the containment lines. Today's plan is much of the same. We've got hand crews down in Division Charlie, working up to the north end of the fire. And then we've got the majority of our engines at the Charlie Tango break, who will be working down the Tango side, and we're all heads on the swivel, prepared for the warm, windy day, and that's it for operations. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Jeremy Michael, incident meteorologist. So yeah, we've got another critical fire weather day today. Very hot, very dry conditions. Ridge tops never really cooled off. We stayed in the low to mid 90s up on Mountain Vision and on Inverness ridges. And that's priming us for a really hot day again today. Would not be shocked to see temperatures here around the Lima Bear Valley on a lot of our mid slopes and upper slopes around 100 degrees, maybe 101, 102. We saw that yesterday. I think the highest we saw, well, around here in Campo was about 104 to 107. But around our fire, it was generally about 95 to 103. And with that, we have, this is kind of the last hot day. It'll still be quite warm tomorrow, but we have a pattern change, and we're going to see a storm system move through the area, but that's really going to be more moving through the Great Basin and Central Rockies. And that will bring us some pretty gusty winds this evening and through tomorrow. And we may get a little bit of a northeasterly wind across our fire, and if that does, that will bring some very warm and dry conditions to our ridges. And then we will start to transition back the rest of the week as we have the marine layer come back in, and it should build to a depth of about 1,400, which would put most of our fire back into the relative humidity nearing 100% almost every morning. That stratus, that fog, that drizzle, that more typical pattern for this time of year. And that should help moderate the critical fire weather conditions that we've been seeing the past couple days into weather.
Alrighty, we've just been told we don't have video, so I'm much prettier without the video anyway. Jason Weber, Marin County Fire Chief. We'll get started. As you've heard from the operations group, there's still a lot of heat on this fire. We expect that to be the case. Our lines are holding, and that's the important part. Jeremy mentioned the challenging weather, and this isn't just a challenge for our incident. This is a challenge for the entire state. I just got off a conference call with all the incident commanders across the state, and most fires are going to be challenged in the next 48 hours with the wind event that's coming with critical resource drawdowns. With that said, the county has pre-positioned 2 strike teams of engines, an incident management team, and additional dispatchers and water tenders to be prepared for this weather event. So I want to remind everyone that we're going to enter into a red flag warning this evening around 9 p.m. and that we all need to be cautious and think fire safety as we get through this event. On top of that, we're looking at potential power shutoffs because the grid system is taxed. And then, of course, power shutoffs, safety shutoffs from PG&E, but they are not intended to affect Marin County for this event as it stands now. So lots going on. We appreciate your patience. You're going to see a lot of smoke and heat off that fire today. That's expected, but it's in the interior of the fire, and that's a good thing. So I'll pass it on to the incident commander, and thank you, and have a good, safe day.
Good morning. I'm Gabe Corlew with the Great Basin, Nevada Incident Command Type 3 Team 4. It's our first day here on the incident, and just want to say that we're excited to be serving the local community here and doing our best to provide the resources that this fire needs to stay within its footprint. We have an experienced group, an organized team here that's used to dealing with a lot of complex fires, and they're going to do their best to serve this community. You know, they'll be a bit more streamlined, a bit more smaller footprint. You know, for example, we just have 2 divisions, Charlie and Tango up there, but you'll see some resources out there a bit more closer to the fire. You might see a helicopter today working the fire's edge, just keeping things cool and keeping it within that perimeter. And also, again, we really appreciate the outpouring of support that we see every night from the local along the roads. So just want to say, any questions, please reach out to our public information officers, and that we're doing our best to keep this fire here, especially with the extreme weather events that we're seeing in the surrounding state. So again, thanks, and we appreciate the warm welcome to your community.
Once again, thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. This is Dorothy Harvey, Public Affairs Officer. And we apologize for the technical difficulties and hope to have those fixed soon. See you tomorrow. Bye.